Dale here. I'm going to talk to you today about my Khadi books because we just had such a lot in and I love using them. Just to start with, I'll just show you some of the things I do. They're lovely for all sorts of colour. Khadi books they're made from cotton rag, so they come from South India and we buy them from Khadi. We have all different sorts of sizes, but you can use them for stitching and etc. So I thought I'd just show you some of the things I've done with them. This is a little leaf book I've made, and each of the pages is Khadi, so you can colour the pages, machine stitch, hand stitch, add other things, but just very sturdy and nice to work on, nice to make a little book. So front and back I've made this was a workshop that I ran. They can also be used, like I've used them for eco dyeing, so I've flowers and leaves and used them part of my family little trees and so on, but they're very sturdy and last the distance, and they work really well in the boiling up pot. And I've used them there's a zigzag one, there's a little zigzag one and a big zigzag one, and the little zigzag one you can see here that I'm pottering along with it, just stitching on it, hand stitching, so zigzags are really nice to work on. This is a bigger zigzag book that I've played with, sort of finished working on it anyway, about my father, but it makes a really good standalone book. Looks like it's come to a bit of grief, but you can hand stitch. I've hand stitched on, as you can see from the back, and it takes colour really well. This is a little one I did when I went to Lake Grace, which is down in a very isolated part from southwest or south of Perth. Beautiful lake, and that's the sort of the view coming back. I kept seeing things with the trees, but it takes colour, any sort of colour. I use watercolour a lot on them, and I've also used them to make by joining up the pages and stitching them all together. This is a little book about my grandmother, but it makes a great zigzag, so you can get the larger pieces and join them together. That's another little one. I like to work with these little zigzaggy books, but you can see where I've joined the bits together as I make my way along, add other stuff in, etc, etc. So everybody likes working with zigzag books, I think. And then I've also, you can't get these particular books anymore with the ring binders, but how lovely is that for taking colour, stitch, anything that takes your fancy really. And again, this is my one that's been handled and around the traps for years, and it's my Ocarito one. But it's just such a nice material to work on, to paint, draw, stitch, apply, whatever, all that sort of thing. So these are a couple of my bigger ones. I've sort of got a lot of them lying around, not particularly done, but they do take colour extremely well. Just, whatever you want to do. So it's a book full of lots of lovely paper. The books have a heavier paper than the packs. These are the books, but we have packs in little A7, A6, A5, A4 and A3. Really great for all sorts of, whatever work you do. You can get bigger ones. I don't bring the bigger ones in. And the little zigzag books and the actual bound books. That's another one that I've played with at different times, but it's just the fact that you can stitch onto it and glue on it and do whatever you like. They're just great. Probably one of the nicest papers that I've ever had to work on. So there you go. I hope they found that a little bit interesting, and we'll see you again next time.